guys, it's Rachel. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. Today I'm doing my monthly Shop My Stash series. Every month I go through the products that I pulled from my collection last month to focus on, and I let you know a few thoughts about them, what I want to put back, what I want to keep in, and then we go into my main collection and pull out items for the current month. And I've been really having fun with this series. I feel like it's been getting me to do my makeup more regularly and have a lot of fun. So if that sounds interesting to you, then let's get into it. And by the way, this look will be a short up really soon if it's not up already. Let's get into it. So we're ready to unpack my June everyday makeup stash. Start with base products like normal. Off to the side I keep my setting sprays. This watermelon glow mist from Glow Recipe is completely empty. And I pulled in this one from Ofra because this bottle is a lot easier to refill, and I thought I could refill it with water, and it was almost empty. And now it's even more almost empty. So I'm gonna keep this one up here along with the all-nighter. For primer, I had the ColourPop Pretty Fresh primer. It's a nice hydrating primer. I enjoyed it. Gonna rotate that out. I did put in the Rare Beauty matte primer, and I had said that I was gonna see if this was something that was for me, and if not, get it out of my collection. And I feel like this isn't for me. I'm a dry person and I don't really need a lot of mattifying, but in the heat I want something that's gonna help with like sweatiness, and I don't really feel like that addressed my sweatiness in the heat, and it didn't really do anything else, so it's gonna go. For foundation, I had the Reveal the Real from Sephora collection. It's a nice tinted moisturizer. Not my favorite. Like when I use it up, I probably won't repurchase it, but it's nice. And the Candid from Revlon is a favorite, but honestly I think at this point, reusing it when I haven't used it for a while, I think maybe at this point I prefer the new Maybelline foundation, but I do still love it. For concealer, I had the Dominique concealer, and it's a nice lightweight one. I'm starting to see some windowing, definitely getting use on that one. And I had the color corrector from Ulta in the shade Peach, and it's a little thick, but it's still a nice formula. I like it. And I had the Nabla Freckle Maker, and I am gonna switch this out since I just got the Freck OG, so everything besides my setting sprays is getting switched out with the face. The next drawer is bronzer and powder, so not a super full drawer. I had the Rachel Couture translucent powder. Didn't use too much of this, but I did use it, and it's an alright powder. It's not like amazing, but it's alright. And I had the Stila color correcting powder, and I realized I can't use my sponge with this one because it will get hard pan if I use my sponge to pick up the products. I do have to use this with a brush, but when I do that, I do like it, but I'd like to switch it out. For powder bronzer, I had the NARS Laguna bronzer, and I only used this once, but I still love it. Yeah. I'm rotating it out though because I think I'm mostly gonna stick to my Project Pan bronzer. And this is the Merit bronzer stick in clay, and I did really enjoy this. The e.l.f. liquid bronzer contour. This is a little more intense than I initially realized, so I do want to, you know, play with this one some more and see how I really like to use it, but for the moment I'm gonna swap it out. For blush and highlighter, I had these two liquid blushes from MAC. They're the strobe blushes. I had the shade Apricot Jelly and Good Vibes, and they're really nice, but time to rotate them out. I had the Bitter Lace Beauty Aura Quartz highlighter. This one is a stunning rainbow highlight, And then I had the Charlotte Tilbury Mini Spotlight, and this thing, I've definitely used it now. When I rotated it in, I said it was like barely used. I'd only used it once. So it is a gross mess now, but it's starting to grow on me. At first I wasn't loving it, but it is starting to grow on me, but I'm ready to rotate it out. And then my face palette, which had blushes and highlights, is this one I customized with Ofra, Divina, and this Franken highlighter. And as you can see from how dirty this palette is, I really enjoyed this palette this month. So all of that's getting switched out. I also forgot to mention I pulled these off to the side. These were liquid highlighters that I had pulled in for June. They're from She Glam. They're their multi-chrome liquid highlighters, and these were leaking all over the drawer, so I pulled them out of the drawer to stand them upright so they wouldn't leak. And then I smelled them and they just don't smell right. So I think they've gone bad, and I'm actually going to be tossing these. The next drawer is my lip drawer, which I definitely overfilled this drawer for June, but I really enjoyed all the options. I used this one from LYS a few times. As you can see, there's like definitely some blue liquid lipstick stuck in there. I like this one, but I'm gonna switch it out. I did wear this combo a few times, and I think even though I enjoy it for the summer, I'm ready to retire this for now. And then the NARS tinted lip balms, I enjoyed these. I'm gonna swap these out. My liquid lipsticks that I put in because it was Pride Month, and I was like, oh, just took the lid off that liner, that I was gonna use all these colorful liquid lipsticks. I actually managed to use quite a few. I used the yellow one like 3 times. It was really good for like mixing colors with a nudie lip. I enjoyed that. I used this blue one a couple times. I didn't use this dark green. I did use this bright green, and I didn't use this teal, but this actually helped me like triple the amount of uses of liquid lipstick I had in my 25 uses in 2025 project. So I'm really happy I decided to put in all those colorful liquid lipsticks, but I'm gonna rotate them out for now. Oh, and this purple one I did not wear. I did get to use the Unearthly and Heather Austin lip gloss. I like this one. I'm contemplating on switching it out because I only used it like once or twice. I'm gonna set it off to the side. And then I did not use this one from Sephora collection. It's like a glossy coral lipstick, sheer shiny lipstick. So I'm gonna keep this one in. And I also didn't use either one of these from Hard Candy. So I think I'm gonna keep these in as well. And I did use this one from ColourPop that I got in the birthday mystery box. So this one can go back. I didn't end up using this one for Pride Month, but I'm not feeling it right now, so I'm gonna put it back. It's the Wet n Wild Chameleon Chrome. I know I said I was loving the combination of Beeper and Spark, this peachy glitter lipstick and this like cool tone lip liner. Something about this combination I was loving, but I actually didn't wear this combination at all in June, so I'm gonna keep this in because I really do like how that combo looks, but I just had so much in my lip drawer it kind of got buried. And I also did not use this purple blue lipstick, which I thought I might use during Pride Month, but I didn't. It is called Cosmic, but I'll put that back. I did use this purple lip liner from Glamlight. And I did use the Twilight Luxe Teen Jacob lip oil from ColourPop. I didn't use this Queen Cosmetics gloss, but I'm gonna put it back. And I didn't use, well, I think I used this lip liner for sure. so that can go back. But I didn't use this creamy gloss from Cali Ray, so I'm gonna keep this in here. Just put everything back that I'm definitely keeping in. Why not throw the Heather Austin gloss back in there? So that's what's staying in, and the rest is going back, and I'll try and keep it a little less crazy for the stuff I pull for lips for July. Okay, the last drawer before we go over palettes is the eye drawer, and I'm going to start with my lashes that I have trashed and are just done. I have the Iconics from House of Lashes, so this is going to the trash. These were used many, many times. I've literally had this pair for years. And then these half lashes from Amazon, these are all trash. They don't last as long. I'm probably going to buy a new pack sometime, but I do still have a bunch in my drawer. But this little container, these are all used and abused and done. So I'm gonna keep in these two sets of lashes, this Ione half fling lash and the Venice eyelashes, and maybe pick another pair or two. And I did not use this Super Shock from ColourPop adaptogen, so I'm gonna keep that in. Of course, I'm gonna keep in my glitter glue, my eye primer, my Bobbi Brown stick that I use as a primer, my lash glue, which I think is running out. Ooh, I threw this in like partially through the month, and this helped me up my use of loose glitters. It's a really fine glitter from Girlactic that's like bronzy that looks so great with summery looks. It's not a chunky glitter at all, and I think I'm going to keep this one in. And then I also had in this Touch in Soul Metalist glitter. It's like a white iridescent glitter, and this one was fun to throw on top of looks as just like an extra something special, so I'm going to keep this one in too. For mascara, I'm going to keep this one in, but also bring in my other open mascara because I don't like to have mascaras open too long, and I feel like I'm getting close to the end of where I would want to throw both of them out. So I'll just put both of them in my drawers so they can get as much use as possible. And then for eyebrows, I had in the NYX Precision Brow Pencil, the NYX Lift and Snatch, and the NYX Thick It and Stick It. And I'm going to put them all back, but we'll see what I pick for brows for July. All right, and then we have eyeshadow palettes that I chose out for June. I always keep this Glam palette, the Mini Glam, up front just for a neutral option and because the packaging is broken, so just keep it up here. I think I use this one like once or twice, not too much, but I'm more of a colorful eyeshadow girly, so that's not surprising. I did use the Trove from Blend Money quite a few times. I like this color a lot. It's not too punchy for like everyday out and about looks. Not that I mind being like intense with my makeup every day, but like it's not as like dark as these three. And in the summertime, sometimes I just want to be lighter with my looks. So I did enjoy this one, and it's going to go back. This one is the only palette I did not use in June from what I chose out, which is shocking to me because this is the Zodiac water palette from Melt Cosmetics. I am a Cancer. My birthday was June 23rd. I was like, this is my birthday palette basically. I'm definitely going to use this, but I did not use this at all. So I'm going to keep this one in because it's still Cancer season. I did manage to use the Queen Bee. This was a rollover from May. I didn't use it in May, but I did use it in June, and this is such a cute one. I'm so sad that Colored Rain is out of business. They had such cute products at such affordable prices. If you have this one, pull it back out. It's awesome. I then had the Odin's Eye and Lauren Mae Beauty Sea Talk palette. This one I did use like twice, I think. I didn't do makeup a ton in June. I was kind of struggling, to be honest. I don't know. I felt like I was kind of a zombie. But yeah, I used this one a couple times. I didn't do a look with this shade, which is surprising because I feel like this is the shade that I like my eyes always go to and I always want to use it, but I didn't use it. But I'm gonna put this back. I did a look with the limoncello on the last day of the month, and during the process I managed to dig my nail in the grotto, so I'm a little upset about that. But I did like a blue and yellow look using this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So I used quite a few shades, and I'm gonna post it as a short. So that actually should be up by the time you're watching this video if you want to see that look with this palette. And the way I work with my Shop My Stash, if I've used the palette at least once, I feel good about rotating it back because I struggle to remember to use makeup regularly. As much as I love makeup, I am not an everyday makeup wearer. And so if I've used a palette and done a full look with it at least once, that feels pretty good to me. So this is the Natasha Denona My Dream palette. As I mentioned before, this was a Just Because gift from my husband, and I love it so much. I love creating like sunsetty eyes with this one. I did a short where I combined this one and this one. This is the Beauty Bay Tropical palette, and it was such a fun, beautiful look. I'll try and link it in the eye in case you guys want to see that look. But yeah, these were so fun. I love these for like the sunsetty colors in summer and fall, but I'm gonna put them both back. This was my BYOP. Every month I try and get use out of my singles by doing a build my own palette. This one though heavily used singles from Adept palettes. There were only a handful of singles from my singles collection because I was trying to dupe the vibes of the Bella Beauty Bar Ocean Jewel palette. I did a BYOP palette bingo that again I'll try and link in the cards for you if you're interested in that. And I really did enjoy this color story, but I'm ready to put everything back where it belongs and just tear this one apart. Last but not least, I had the Bella Beauty Bar Sun and the Sea. And this one, even though it has like these blues are really similar, these browns are all kind of similar, you're still able to create some versatile looks with this. And I really enjoyed it. The shimmers are phenomenal quality. I wish I was more in the income bracket of being a Bella Beauty Bar customer because I would love to have more of their stuff. Unfortunately, this is the only palette I have and it's going back. So now we're picking July products. This is my foundation, concealer, and primer drawer. I'm gonna start with foundations because that's just closest to me. This is a cushion I made myself with the Lumi Le Glow tint. This is far too orange and dark for me, so I used my white mixer from LA Girl and the blue mixer to kind of neutralize it and lighten it. So this cushion is essentially this product. So this is what I'm pulling for my skin tint, is this cushion, but I'm just going to bring this to kind of like symbolize this is what it is. And then for foundation, I really want to pull out the Maybelline. I've been missing this. Like, I fell in love with this and I've been trying to like show all of my face products love and rotate through everything, but I've genuinely been missing this, so I'm gonna pull this. For primer, I think I want to reach over here for a couple of things. I love the sample I have of the Vitamin Enriched Face Base. It's really good for my dry skin, so I want to use that because I do also have 2 more samples of it. Well, this one's the eye cream, so I've got quite a bit of this, I feel like. So I'm going to pull that, and I'm going to pull the Carpe Lasting Matte SPF Primer. This I got in the fall, I feel like. So it's not super close to being expired, but it is an SPF primer, and this is the time of year that I am sweaty and hot, and this is a sweat absorbing primer, so this will be amazing. I'm also gonna pull the Lumi Glotion. I just got this in my birthday haul. If you haven't seen that, I'll link it in the eye, but this will be like my glowy option. For concealers, let's pull this out. I try and have like a corrector and a concealer, so I want to pull out this Benefit corrector. This is the Boing Bright On Concealer. I have the shade Melon, and there's a lot of windowing in this one, so I think depending on how I feel, because this one is also a few years old, this might just stay in my drawer until it's gone, but this is the one I'm going to pull for now. And then for concealers, I feel like I haven't used this one in a while, but I want to compare it to the hydrating one, so I'm going to pull both of these from Lancome. They're different shades, but they both work for me, and I just want to see like the differences between them, you know? And then instead of my Nabla Freckle Maker, I'm pulling the OG Freck. Alright, so we are in bronzer, powder, and setting spray. I feel like it's time for the Carpe Mist. It's that sweaty time of year. I'm fucking sweating right now. It's hot as balls. I need this. And I'll leave my all-nighter. And then, do I have something like hydrating? Yeah, I'll pull this as like something a little more hydrating. This is from Misho Beauty. This will be like my hydrating option because that 0 for 1 is almost empty and the all-nighter is almost empty. So I feel like I'm gonna need a couple up there. For powder, I like to have a pressed and a loose, but I also want, I don't know, it's just time for the Carpe products to shine. This is like a touch-up product, so it's kind of messy, but I'm gonna pull this, but I'm still gonna pull another press or another loose with a pressed, and the pressed powder I want to pull is from Flower Nose. This is from their Mermaid collection, and I haven't used this in a hot minute, so I just want to show it some love. And as far as loose powders go, I'm thinking I've used all of these recently, so I either want the peach one or the Fit Me. Let me look at them. I feel like I have so much more of this peach powder, so I'm gonna pull this I Heart Revolution Peach Loose Powder. Battery just died, but we're back. This is where I keep my cream and liquid bronzers. For cream option, I just hauled this in my birthday haul, so I'm gonna pull the Dominique cream bronzer because I'm still kind of getting to know it. My shade is Light Tan. Then from here, I do have a liquid option that I haven't used in a while that I don't remember if I love it or not. It's the Iconic London liquid bronzer. I think I got this in an Ipsy at some point, so I'm gonna pull this, but I also want to pull the Clinique Chubby Stick. So I'm gonna have 3 cream liquid bronzer options. And even though I have a bronzer in my Project Pan that I'm focusing on, I do want to pull a powder bronzer because even if I only use it once, that's still one time that it's getting used versus being unused in this drawer. And last time I pulled the NARS, and this time I'm thinking either the Dior or the RMS. I don't know, I'm feeling kind of bougie. Let's do RMS. I haven't used this one in a while, but I really do like it. I have the lightest shade. It's kind of a gel powder formula, and I have the shade Beach Walk Betty, and it's really nice. It looks really dark, but it's quite a sheer buildable formula, so pulling that one. And then while I'm at it, I'll pull a drugstore option. This is the Pretty Smart bronzer, and I have the shade 050. All right, now we're in the blush and highlight drawer. This is where I keep my singles. I have a separate area for my face palettes. So we'll start with blush. I've been kind of wanting to pull out my Stila convertible color. I have the shade Gerbera. It's this beautiful peachy shade. It's a really like juicy blush, and I've been craving juicy cheeks. I feel like also I want to pull my Danessa Myricks blush because I go through my products all the time just to make sure nothing's going bad. I'm kind of paranoid ever since, if you've been on my channel for a long time, you will remember the mold epidemic I had when I lived in that damp basement. So I check my products all the time, and I noticed that this Danessa Myricks blush is cracking, and I've had it only for like maybe a year at this point. So I want to use it, make sure it's still good and everything. So we're pulling this one, and this is in the shade Rosé and Brunch. Is it focusing? I don't know, but yeah, Rosé and Brunch, and just checking to make sure it's still good since it is cracking. This one for a neutral cream option, this is Aloha from ColourPop. This is my second one of Aloha. It's a repurchase, and I love this one from the ColourPop blush sticks. I feel like last month I got to know the highlighter more, so I'm gonna get to know the Charlotte Tilbury blush wand more. This is a mini of the Pinkgasm, and again, like it looks used, but like I don't really know how I feel about it, and I want to know what the hype is about and like see like if I should even make space for this little thing. You know, I want to also pull this Lawless one because I got it at the same time as the Danessa Myricks, and I just want to make sure this one is still good too. I went crazy with the lips last month. This month apparently it's cheeks. So I really want to pull my NYX Buttermelt blushes because I bought these, but I haven't really used them. I've swatched them, but I haven't used them. I have the glowy ones. This is Sooner the Butter and Feeling Better, and it's like an orange and a rosy nude, so we'll pull those. I also want to use the ColourPop Let's Dance Heart Blush. This is more of a matte formula. And I also want to pull the Half Magic blush in Sexual Frustration. It's this hot pink, like putty blush. And I think for a nude powder blush, I want to pull my Laura Mercier blush. This is in Fresco, and it looks shimmery, like it has silver glitters in it, but it doesn't look glittery on the face that I remember, but it's a really pretty nude blush. All right, let's focus on these highlighters. This is getting really full. Like this entire drawer is getting really full, and it's starting to get overwhelming. It's crazy. I can do a clear out and feel like I have so much room, and then I like order twice and it's like overflowing again. I feel like I want to pull my About Face liquid highlighter. It's in the color Shaken or Stirred. It's a beautiful like neutrally gold, and gold is just kind of the vibe for summer, you know? Like I'm really missing, like I want to pull this silver highlight, but like the colors that I'm gravitating to for looks, like a silver highlight just wouldn't go. So I'm not pulling that, but I miss it and I want to. I'm gonna pull this one from L'Oreal because this is new and I just want to get to know it. Let's do this pinky liquid from Rare. This is a mini in the shade Mesmerize. For something a little more neutral toned, and if I'm even feeling like going heavy-handed, icy, this is the Buckbeak. It's a Super Shock highlighter from ColourPop. So we'll pull that one. And the box is so much prettier than the packaging. The packaging is like what you did in clip art in elementary school. This is amazing, but this is like, the fuck? I don't know if I want to pull a face palette because I'm pulling so many things, but I think I will pull a colorful highlight palette. So I'll pull the Noctilucent because that just sounds like fun. So that's my face palette. So now we're in the top drawer. I'm definitely pulling my Panorama mascara because like I said, I'm gonna just interchangeably use my two open mascaras till I can't anymore. And then for brows, I think I want the L'Oreal, what is this? Infallible Brows, and then the Rare Beauty powder, but also the Trace Lucé pencil, because I feel like this tone of pencil goes really good with the tones of the powder. And as far as single eyeshadows, I do still have Adaptogen and that glitter in there, so I think that's gonna be fine for now. We'll just leave that as is. I think I want some individuals. Ugh, let me just pull all this shit out. So I have a bunch of Ioni individuals, and I want to like test out individuals and see how I feel about them, because I feel like I want to use individuals when I do my best friend's wedding makeup. So I bought all of these from the Dollar Tree to like get acclimated to individuals, and they're all like different lengths and stuff. So I'm gonna pull all 3 of these. I feel like all these ones in the boxes I'm gonna leave alone, because all of my currently used lashes are in these guys. This has all of my little half lashes, so I'm gonna pull this one because I love having half lashes. And then this one has magnetic lashes. I don't feel like I want to fuck with magnets right now. This one has like dramatic lashes. I feel like I'm going to pull that one. And this one has colorful lashes. I feel like we'll leave that one alone. So I'm pulling these 2 lash packs, my half lashes and my dramatic lashes. Okay, so now we're on to eyeshadows. This is where I keep my smaller palettes, and I've been craving my Cutie Coral palette. I don't know, something about this is just very summertime to me, so I'm gonna pull this one. And then my BYOP is right here. This was made for me for my birthday by my husband. He ordered this from Give Me Glow. He picked out all the shades himself. He picked out this palette. So this is gonna be my BYOP for the month, courtesy of my husband. I might throw in a second one. We'll see how I feel. Okay, so this is my top shelf in my bookshelf. It has Blend Bunny over here, Odin's Eye, Adept, and Glamlight. I feel like from Glamlight, I either want the taco, the street taco, or the margarita. Let's take a look. Cute. I think I'm gonna go with the margarita. And then from Adept this month, I'm pulling the Legend of Ardra palette. This is a beautiful like neutrals with a twist color story, and it seems kind of summery vibes to me, so this one's going in. This next shelf is a mix of high-end and indie palettes, and I think I want to pull my Dominique Cosmetics Celestial Storm. I haven't used this in quite a while, but it's such a beautiful color story. A lot of people didn't F with this formula because the shimmers are more like toppery, but I do enjoy it, and I want to show it some love. I want to pull more, but I don't want to pull so many that I can't use them all, and I don't want to overwhelm myself. So I'm going to take a beat from this shelf, and we will go down to the bottom shelf and take a look at what we have. So this is like more collector things, and then drugstore, ColourPop, Beauty Bay. I feel like I want to do another Beauty Bay palette because I've been feeling like bronzy, like yummy, warm, bronzy, summery looks, and I have the Fiery palette, and I think that might help scratch that itch for me. So we'll pull that. Yeah, I'm really not drawn towards anything else on this shelf, so let's back up to shelf number 2. There's so many things from shelf number 2 that I'm feeling right now. Like, I still want to play with the Egg at Temptation. Even though I just got the Nouveau palette, I'm feeling that's something I'll want to play with more in fall. But like these oceany mermaidy palettes here from like Simply Posh and Gourmand Girls, the Resurgence palette, even the neutrals or the Little Mermaid. Like, there's so many palettes that like sound like a yummery summery Jesus Christ, like a yummy summy fuck, I can't talk, a yummy summer color story. But I think I'm gonna do the Whale Song because I almost pulled it in the last month or two, but I put it back, And I don't know, this is just oceany, summery vibes to me, and I don't really have a ton of like blues and greens already pulled, so I feel like this will be a nice addition. I think I do want to pull in another palette that I have built myself, because the original BYOP my husband made. So this one I made the other day when I was feeling like I wanted something like peachy and golden. So this is my self-built BYOP, and it's a mix of Divina, ColourPop, I think this one is Natasha Denona, this one is Nomad, and this one is Violet Voss, I think. But all of these are ColourPop. Oh, that one's Glamlight, and these two are Divina. So a lot of ColourPop, because that's mostly what the single mattes I have are. But yeah, it's like a peach and gold mix, and I feel like it's definitely like fiery summer vibes. So okay, this is my lip drawer, and it's starting to look pretty chaotic, and I already have a few lip options pulled, so I don't think I'm gonna go too crazy. So I'm just feeling really hot and sweaty and done. But I did recently receive in PR this set from Hera. Focus. Hera. It's a lip concealer, which is like a lip liner in like this nude shade. And then this is like a glossy lipstick in like a darker nudie color. I want to use these some more. I really like them, but I want to use them some more. I definitely want some oils and glosses. Let's see. That's Tinted Balm. Let's pull out the oils. Whew, they're overflowing. Okay. So what have we got in here? Ooh. Let's do my Ulta Juice Infused Lip Oils. I haven't used these in a hot minute. These are really fruity and summery, very sheer, so they can go with anything. We'll pull these. Okay, I just pulled all my tinted balms, and I think I want to use my e.l.f. ones because they're newer and yummy and delicious, and why the heck not? They're just right on top. So for tinted balms, gonna do the Blackberry Sorbet, and this is, what one is this? Vanilla Toffee. I'm still working on my Lanolips Lemonade treatment as far as like clear balms go, so I don't need a new clear lip balm, but I do want to grab some glosses. Not too many, because I think I still have a couple glosses in the drawer, but let's see. My camera overheated like it usually does by the time I'm going through my lip drawer, so I pulled a few pics while it was cooling off. I got my YSL Water Stain, and then a couple glosses. This one from Revlon, the gloss, and this one from Lawless. A liquid lipstick in just this like nudie brown shade from Ofra. It is in the shade Verona. And then my mini Mario liner and this pinky liner from Beauty for Real. Alright, and that is my full Shop My Stash for the month of July. If there's anything you want to see me focus on in videos, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you have not already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!